Hello everybody and welcome to this, obviously on January the 1st, nice looking back at the year of games that came out, like podcasting we did last time with Klyka and Kiko, so...
Oh,
Hey,
these New Year videos always get me.
I know, it's so early in the year, it really
Yeah.
hurts the bones getting up so
Don't
early
you
on...
agree, Kiko, who I just rudely interrupted?
well, are you sure it's January the 1st?
If I was to be
am
lying,
in Germany,
yeah.
so I am in a different time zone, but
Wait.
no.
His time zones are so efficient, we've actually worked way back to January
Yes.
the 1st.
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, I'm lying. So it's actually the 7th of March, and we were all ill over Christmas, so we couldn't do it. But we're doing it again because the one or two people that watched it last time asked for it, so let's do it again.
All you need is a time machine, and then go back in time with the video and watch it then.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what we're going to do, like we did last time, is go through the releases of last year, talk about them, the ones we played, the ones we didn't play, the ones we want to laugh at, and then go through a Game of the Year sort of thing and what we think deserves the Game of the Win. Yay!
Okay.
Okay, so... starting with January, looking through the games, anything notable here? I mean...
Well, we had Resident Evil HD Remaster come out.
Oh yeah, of course. So God, was that January?
That's probably something that you might be able to shed a little light on.
Yeah, I mean, I did the Resident Evil HD Remaster LP. I just couldn't believe it was January. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what more could you ask for? It was Resident Evil GameCube, looking slightly shinier with a few new features. I mean, it's perfect, really. I mean, it was cheap. It was a good game. And it was really nice to play it again. I mean, I had no complaints there. I think they did a really good job with it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I think there is a game that you also enjoyed playing that is in there. If you look on January the 19th.
Oh, you mean Honey Pop? Yeah, I got gifted Honey Pop, and I played the shit out of that.
You did.
It's a mixture between like Bubble Bobble or Connect 'em Up or whatever the hell you call those games and Lude. It's like, here, knock off some of these like blocks and puzzles, and we'll reward you with titties. All right.
Anime titties.
Well, yeah. I mean,
like,
jokes aside, Honey Pot was a bit silly, but it's actually a reasonably competent puzzle game, which is ironic. But there you
I
go.
remember it was extremely popular on 18+ rated streams on Twitch.
Really? Go figure.
Yep.
Well, I guess titties have a lot of draw to them.
Okay,
Get it?
well,
Draw
I
because
guess.
anime. Right?
That's terrible.
Oh,
The
thank you.
next game that I see, which I personally played, was actually on January the 27th, which is Dying Light, which you have also played in the meantime. But I played it on release.
Yeah.
I played through it together with our good friend Carl. We did it basically like entirely in co-op because you can play it with up to 4 people. We did it with 2, and it's actually pretty crazy because Dying Light not only has like insane legs, it just got his its expansion actually just like 3 weeks ago, I think. And Dying Light is a really great game. Like you can get it super cheap now. And even back then, for full price, it's got this huge open world in this Turkish city.
Isn't it like miscellaneous Middle East?
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be Turkey. It's like supposed to be Turkey, but it's not really. It's like game Turkey. I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, I've played a bit of Dying Light as well, and it's pretty decent. I find the zombie thing kind of generic, but the mechanics and the way it works is kind of novel. I liked it.
It's also, I have to say, it does an incredibly great way of making you feel that you're looking through the eyes of your character. Like the feeling of having your character have a body and moving in the world is very
Also,
well
the
done.
feeling of having your character be completely stupid. Like, Jesus, the story
Well-
makes me want to like cave my head in with a really bad book.
Yeah, there's some
Boom.
really stupid shit. There's some stupid shit.
What about you, Kiko? Did you spot anything in January?
Nope.
You had a game-free January.
I don't really think I was. Nothing really comes to mind that was new that I was playing in January. I
No.
looked at that list and there's just nothing.
That's not.
No,
That's
I am-
not a lot.
I am spotting one other game, which I actually played, which is Life is Strange Episode 1. Came out on January 30. I did not play it at that time. I actually bought when all 5 episodes were out in like, I think, November, December. But like it's there. That's when it first released. And Life is Strange, kind of like one of those Telltale games. Like you walk around, you talk to people, you can make like decisions which supposedly influence the story, but then at the end it doesn't really matter because they just wrote one ending. And it's kind of.
Oh, so
I
Mass
thought
Effect
it was. I thought it was very well done, and I thought they were telling a good story, but I didn't quite get into it as the more hardcore parts of the community, which kind of just played the game because there's lesbians in it. But apart from that, it's a good game. I can only like say.
But
if you
apart
like
from the
this kind of
lesbians,
game.
it's fine. He says.
No, it's like I can recommend that game. It's very well done. It has fantastic music. If you don't look up the game, go to YouTube, check out Life is Strange soundtrack. Fantastic music in there.
Oh, we missed something amazing, though, lads.
Oh.
Raven's Cry.
Which one was Raven's Cry?
That really terrible pirate game.
Oh, with the woman, with the
I
female
don't, I,
pirate.
don't, I don't think it was a female pirate. I thought it was just some like badly animated dude.
Wasn't it the one with the red-haired female
I
pirate?
don't know. Let me Google this shit. Raven's
Google it.
Cry. Let's have a look.
Google
Images. No, it looks like it's got a very hairy dude in the front.
We also had
Yeah.
Grey Goo, which was like, yo, we're releasing like a really cool real-time strategy
With
game
the worst name in the world.
Yeah, that is going to revitalize real-time strategy on PC, and then people were like,
The problem is people were because it's like naming Command and Conquer Shoot Men, lol. Like, no one knows what you're gonna get if you... Hey guys, have you played Grey Goo? What is that, a puzzle game? No, it's an
Sounds-
RTS set in a sci-fi universe.
I think
What?
my mom plays it on her phone.
Like, imagine if, like, Kiko, you played, like, Zed, the game Zed, and
Yeah.
you've got, like, the picture of the soldiers on the box. Instead, it was called, like, Robots and Bases.
No, it would be something called like I don't know, Robot Time Base. That's
Yeah,
what
Robot Time
yeah.
Base, and you'd be like,
Robot Time
Robot
Base.
Time
You'd be like,
what the flying fart is Robot Time Base? And you go, well, Robot Time Base is actually a real-time strategy game base, and you'd be like, what?
You know the sad part about it? Is I looked at the back of the box of Robot Time Base, and I'd have still probably bought it.
Yeah, but in fairness, Zed was cool.
Zed was very cool.
And then Dead Steel Soldiers was not.
No,
By the
it
way,
was-
another remaster that released in January was Grim Fandango remastered, and Grim Fandango is a fantastic
Oh
game.
yes, it is a pretty fantastic game. That is undeniable.
And I mean, obviously, being remastered, it's the same game, only.
I own the remaster. I haven't yet played it.
You know, fun fact, I've never played Grim Fandango.
You really should play Grim
You
Fandango.
should.
It's
Oh,
a very good
fantastic.
game.
I really like the old Sierra Point and Clickers and the old LucasArts one. I never got round to playing Grim though. Like, I liked Indiana
Should
Jones.
give Grim a look at some point.
Yeah, I think I will do, actually.
Another remaster they had going on in that month was Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered, which is.
Of all the things that didn't need a remaster, honestly.
It was certainly that one.
I guess, like...
If you like necrophilia and fighting the internet in a fist fight, then that game is for you.
Oh, don't forget sex minigames.
Yes, if you press the buttons right, she does get an orgasm.
Press triangle to thrust.
Oh.
Speaking of remasters, we also had Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D in February.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, it's Zelda Majora's Mask in slightly higher def with like some quality of life things in there. I mean, you know what Majora's Mask is. It's just as good as it ever was. Just isn't quite as hideous, I guess. Also, they managed to actually get a saving system in there that didn't suck ass, which was always so nice.
That's true.
You can save at the owl statues, but when you restart, your progress is gone. But why? But why is it gone? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense.
It just is gone.
Yeah.
You've got to accept that it's gone.
But where have the saves gone?
I have the saves gone.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, there's no point talking about Zelda because,
Yeah.
Zelda. Oh,
We actually jumped ahead a little
Evolve.
bit.
Evolve.
Yeah,
Uh,
on February 10th. I'm actually the only person who played that here.
Yeah, like the
is
only person
Evolve
in the world,
came out.
probably.
Evolve probably holds the record for game that got most awards and most glowing reviews before it released, and then completely killed its community in 2 months. Because if you look on Steam charts, that's what happened. On the first day that Evolve came out, February 10th, 28,000 concurrent people played it on Steam. A month later, that went down to 2,000. From 27,000 to 2,000. And this is not a single player game that you just beat in 10 hours and then never play again. It's a multiplayer only game.
I mean, honestly, we could have an entire podcast dedicated to shitting on Evolve because it would be hilarious, but...
We probably at one time will.
Yeah, I think we need to, really,
Because there's
holy
just,
crap.
honestly, I don't remember if there has actually been anything like Evolve in the gaming scene. Where it was for 1.5 years, it was a graphical showcase.
Actually, no, there was something. What was that game called that was so hyped? That third-person shooter with parkour.
Oh.
It had a start with B, maybe?
Brink.
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 There we go. Now Brink was a total. Yeah, exactly. Brink was a total disaster.
Brink was Evolve. Brink was also Evolve, basically.
Brink
yeah.
was Evolve before Evolve got its teeth in.
Seriously.
Ugh.
But yeah, like with Evolve, it was a graphical showcase. It won so many awards. It actually won awards that didn't even exist. They actually made up awards. Which is this is no joke. They actually made up awards that never no one had ever gotten before, and Evolve got them. And everybody, all the reviewers were like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 9, 10 out of 10. And it
Has
was,
the game not come out yet?
it's
10
I
out of
played
10.
it-
Yeah,
I
11 out
played
of 10.
it
Money,
at a-
money
I
hats.
played it in a 5-star hotel that the developer paid for me.
Again,
10 out
not
of
wanting to get like stuck and involved, but the one thing I do want to add about it though, it's quite funny the sort of disparity between the press and the gaming community as a whole. When the press are basically got their noses so far up evolved they can probably smell its breakfast, and the gaming community are just going, oh,
Yeah,
lame.
what's this?
Anyway, just to move it on a bit from
Yeah,
evolve.
let's
otherwise-
see some more games that I played. The Grow Home came out in February 4th.
I never tried that. Was it any good?
It's a cute little game. I didn't fully finish it, but I played it for a couple of hours. It's very weird. It's like one of those weird games where you're kind of thinking to yourself, like, why does it look like this? Why are the physics like this? How is this fun? But you're kind of having fun for some reason, and you just
Oh, interesting.
You're
Kinda
sort of
play
looking
this
at it
little
and
role.
going, I don't understand why I'm enjoying this.
But I am.
But
yeah,
I am.
that's-
Is this
yeah.
one of those things that cannot be analyzed? Is this fun?
No, no fun allowed. You have to analyze all fun, please.
Seriously.
Oh,
But no, Grow Home was very fun for a couple of hours that I played it.
I spot one up there. Dead or Alive 5 last round. I picked it up for the PS4. I like fighting games.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
I mean, it's Dead or Alive. You punch people, there's bouncy boobies, and you smack people more, and then you play online, and the online worked really well, and I was impressed with it. I mean, I didn't have many games for my PS4 at that point. I was just like,
Did
Dead or Alive.
anybody? Did anybody
well,
have
yeah,
many games? for
PS4
their
had no
PS4?
games.
February 2015. It's like we're a month away from Bloodborne. It's like
I
okay.
bought Bloodborne before I had my PS4. I already had it, like ordered. It's quite
you
funny.
were so sure.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew full well I had to get it. Like, there was no, for me, there was no argument of which console I had to get. I mean, as a PC player, ultimately, like the console machines are always just a little extra for me. I mean, as a recording point of view, so I sometimes pick them up, like kind of like the Wii U to do some games or whatever. But it was a no-brainer. I mean, the Xbox One had Killer Instinct, if I'm being generous, maybe, and the PS4 had all these games, including the next Tales games, Bloodborne, Star Ocean, like load of RPGs coming out. You know, it's just.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What kind of competition was that, really? Oh,
We had another fantastic game, by the way, come out on the same day as Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS, which Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
oh yeah, you really like that, didn't you?
I actually don't own a 3DS, but my girlfriend has one, a new 3DS, and she actually bought me Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and basically every 1 or 2 months or so gives me her 3DS for a month so I can play it.
So you can play with your friends who then never play it.
Yeah.
I spot another one there, Resident Evil Revelations 2, which there's no point me even talking about it much because I did an LP on it. You know my thoughts on the game, but that was interesting that came out. What else?
Oh,
did
by
we
the way,
see?
just to say, by the way, Monster Hunter 4, I mean, we don't have to talk about Monster Hunter, but it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah. I
Like,
remember you
it's
saying how good
fantastic.
it was. Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's really good.
Me and Kiko we both liked, but I don't know if you ended up picking up Kiko with Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
I did not pick it up.
It's such a shame. It was really fun.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I never picked it
yeah.
up either, but I loved watching you play it.
There was a good laugh that was. You should get the sequel if it does come out. Like that'd be fun. I think I imagine they've got a very solid base with that game, and I think a sequel would infinitely improve on some of the things that weren't quite as strong. Like the servers. Jesus, I spent the first 7 days unable to play it online. Yeah.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Oh.
But to be fair, I remember it having like a really big concurrent user base on
Oh, it was
Steam
massive.
for
It was
quite a
massive.
while.
Like it was. Well, I mean, Dragon Ball. Look how popular Dragon Ball is. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. The love of Dragon Ball that draws these fans in every single like week or month to
Yeah.
check mostly to
Yeah.
check the videos. I mean, hell,
Actually,
don't me and
great.
Kiko we sit there and watch them, don't we? Like, I mean, Dragon Ball's such a big thing, and seeing a game go so successfully and be so good is always
It's
a joy.
mainly because Dragon Ball has. I mean, I never watched really the show like you did. I mean, most of my experience from Dragon Ball has come from Abridged, but
Yeah.
Dragon Ball has a very spotty history when it comes to games. Some of them were fantastic. Some of them were weird, like most of the ones that were on the Game Boy.
Oh, God.
And some of them, like the PlayStation era, the PlayStation 1 era in general, were awful.
Yeah, it had this real period of going through some dreadful games, and then all of a sudden, the PS2 era comes along with Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi and Budokai 3, and and all of a sudden, Dragon Ball Z games could be good.
They could
Then
be.
the GBA release with those RPG ones, which are really fun. And then all of a sudden, people weren't looking at gutter trash games.
There were 3 GBA.
There were Legacy of Goku 1, 2, and 3.
The first one wasn't very good.
It was a good foundation for the next.
The second one was better, and the third one was
like the second one.
an
Honestly.
improvement. Yes.
Anyway, don't want to get caught in a Dragon Ball conversation because we'll be there. I'll be there all day. So I'm terrible for it. But so did you pick anything up in February either, Kiko?
No.
Didn't you pick up Oddworld New and Tasty? Am I misremembering that?
Oh yeah, did you actually?
I
thought
may
you
have
did.
done, but I never actually got round to playing it.
Okay.
I feel that was a misfire, honestly.
Yeah. One game, all of the PS4 people, many of them picked up, but we completely ignored, was the Order 1886, which also came out.
And I think we should still continue to ignore
I think we should also ignore it, because I think in the time,
to play it.
Yeah,
I think in the time that we're using to record this call, we could have beaten the game. So.
Ho ho ho. Okay.
We're actually missing one because Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1 came out.
No, I already said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was just like, I was kind of like, let's not talk about it because I didn't help
He
you
was
on
very
it.
brief on it, but
yeah.
he did.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Because I mean,
did
anyone
mention
who's watching this probably knows my
Yeah.
thoughts on it. It's
Yeah,
good.
that makes
I mean, you played it as well. I thought it was.
I did, yeah.
Honestly, best Resident Evil in years. Truthfully,
Definitely.
really good. Wow, look at all these games in the first part of March I didn't play.
There is one game in March you did play though.
Which one was that?
On the 25th of March, you played Red Lake.
All the way.
Wait,
to-
was that really?
Red Lake
see
came
that.
out on the 25th of March.
I don't see it on this
2015.
list.
I don't see it on this
I'm
list at
looking
all.
it up on Steam. It came out on the 25th of March, and you played it. And you.
I had a whale of a time with that, but not
You
for
did.
necessarily the right reasons.
You did play it though.
But what we definitely, both of us, had a great time with though was on March 10 with City Skylines.
Oh God, City! I still play it. In fact, City
Yeah,
Skylines
and
is
it
great.
has a second add-on now that adds snow and everything, and it's the best city builder
It's been the best city builder in like last 15
since
years.
SimCity 4.
Yeah. I'd say it built upon what made SimCity 4 great and even improved it. Like, it runs a bit wonky at times, but it's really good.
It's apparently a lot better running now.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got there? An Assassin's Creed game that no one gives a flying fart about.
No. Rouge.
Hotline Miami came out, but I didn't play it. The second one.
Yeah, that's true. Battlefield Hardline came out. I played the beta for that for about 2 hours, and I was like, really? This
Yeah.
is what you're trying
You
to sell?
guys played Sid Meier's Starships. At least one of you did. As
I
recall.
didn't
did not.
know. I
No, I
didn't
did not.
either.
One of you must have. I remember
No.
somebody playing Sid Meier's Starships.
It might have been Carl.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. I do remember that being talked about a little bit.
Apparently,
I'm
it was
not sh-
utterly
I'm not
dreadful.
100% sure. I definitely did not play it. I definitely did not play it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of bad things, but I never got around to playing it myself. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, of course, the big one in March for many people was on the PS4 was obviously Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
On March
yeah.
24th.
I mean, what is there to say about Bloodborne? I mean, I'm not going to, in fact, go into it too much because one, I've done a video, plenty of videos on it.
Let's play.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It was the game I bought my PS4 for, and I have no regrets at all.
And he literally bought his PS4 for the game because, like he said, he bought the game.
Yeah,
and
I'd already
then
ordered the
PS4.
special edition of Bloodborne, the £100 one, before I'd even ordered the PS4. Like,
Yeah, like
that
a year
was
before or
that was how
something.
certain I was it was going to be good. A Lovecraftian Souls style game. I mean,
Secretly Lovecraftian.
I said it in the video when I was doing it. I said some games are just made for you, and that is Bloodborne for me. But again, I don't want to go into it because we'll be here. I'll be gushing all day, and that's just bad.
Yeah.
They'll be bored and they'll be throwing rocks at me like usual.
For
Shut
me,
up! You start those Bloodborne stuff again. Boo!
For me, apart from Bloodborne, March was actually a completely empty month. I did not pick up any. Well, City Skylines and Bloodborne, but that was it.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Same, I think. I don't think there was anything else.
there wasn't really a lot going on for us, I guess.
What about you, Kiko?
No. I can, however, say that probably for a fairish part of the first third to half of the year, there was quite a bit of Payday 2 going on back then.
Oh, there was,
a
wasn't
lot
there?
of DLC release for Payday 2 that I was playing.
Well, I'm just seeing
Oh,
that
yeah,
Pillars
yeah.
of Eternity released in March. Was that ever something that you were picking up, Kiko?
Oh, I most certainly have it. I most certainly have not got around to even starting it yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
I most certainly have it.
The Payday one's interesting because the Payday 2 thing, where it all went to shit, but this was before, and I remember you playing an awful lot with the men, and you were enjoying
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
And then it was like,
Yeah.
let's not do this anymore all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, it all went to tits, didn't it? Let's be fair.
There was a period where I just didn't play it for a while, and then when it was thinking of going back, that happened, and other games came around in the end.
Yeah, and then I mean, like normal other things like Heroes of the Storm and other things that were just general playing games took
yeah.
over, right? And Hearthstone.
There has been Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone. More Hearthstone than Heroes of the Storm, though.
Yeah, but like when it's really quite sad when a game you've enjoyed for so long suddenly changes what it's about, and that's not okay, especially in terms of what Payday 2 did. I don't think. Again, probably a topic for another time, but I think that was a definite
It
misfire.
didn't really, for me in general, like the fact that they added it in didn't really affect it that much. The only thing for me that it did was one of the cards you can get at the end of a heist is something that I can't use.
Yeah,
I mean, they very quickly backpedaled on that, but the damage to the community, I believe, had already been dealt, and they haven't recovered from that since.
No, which is a shame.
Well, let's move on to April, I guess. And April starts on April 1st with a bit of an April Fool's Day, which is Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First
Oh
Sin.
yes. Now
Or
I never
PC.
picked this. I never picked this up. Scholar of the First Sin changed the way Dark Souls 2 worked, and it changed a load of enemy placement, improved the graphics, and among other things. And I honestly, having played Dark Souls 2 to death, wasn't that interested in just a simple rejig of what honestly I believe should have just been a mode in Dark Souls 2.
Well, to be fair, it's kind of a bit of like a Game of the Year edition, isn't it? Because
I
it
guess.
has all the
it has all the
DLC
DLC in it and
and
stuff.
then some
but-
extra stuff, and then it kind of goes, like here.
I
like,
suppose. I suppose you look at it like that. But I was a bit. I remember being a bit miffed that it just there wasn't a decent up. How saying that there were upgrades to Dark Souls 2 while they were releasing it. They kept them both up to date, which was nice. But this is also a way not to split your community. It's a bit of a nuisance, but hey, what else did we see?
Well, April 14th
was
is
this
a
Mortal
big one.
Kombat?
Well, no, actually, it's Grand Theft Auto 5 was
Oh.
a pretty big one.
Oh, for PC,
because
yeah,
that
yeah.
came out on PC.
We played that a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, but we never got around to finishing those damn heists, which actually makes me very sad.
To be fair, what was the reason we didn't finish the damn heist? Because
The
the
fucking
connection
game.
issues. Yeah.
Well, and the game literally not giving you the next heist.
Yeah, the game was a bit buggy. Although to be honest, I spent most of my something like 100 hours in that hand gliding. Or no, parachuting.
We did so much.
I did so much parachuting. I just loved it. I until recently I still had it installed and still occasionally booted it up for that.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely great.
but the bigger one for me was Mortal Kombat. I actually got banned off Twitch for 2 days because of Klyka.
because of me. Because he got the game already, he got it early, and I was like, show it to me. And so he just streams it on Twitch, and after like 5 minutes, they go, your account
Something
has
Kiko
been
can probably
banned
testify to
24 hours."
that UK pre-ordering game websites, especially ones that aren't game itself, which is the main store, don't give a flying fart about release dates. So the second they get your product, they send it to you. So you're there like on the Monday when Mortal Kombat comes out on the Friday. You're like, oh, Mortal Kombat's here. Maybe I should show my friends.
Do not show your friends on that because they will notice it and they'll be like, "This is playing before it's meant to be released."
Oh, it's so silly. And all that it said in the middle of my Twitch stream was, "This stream has been blocked by Warner Brothers." And I was like, oh,
And I was like, uh-oh.
oh.
I'm sorry.
And then you actually bought the game, and that was actually part of the game. An hour in, it just does that, and then
Yeah,
you
it just
can't play.
does-
Yeah.
That is the rest of the game.
Just does it.
I mean, Twitch bannings aside, it's Mortal Kombat. I mean, I think all three of us here absolutely adore Mortal Kombat.
I have played.
Yes.
I've played and enjoyed Mortal Kombat a lot in the past. Yes.
You haven't played 10 though, have you?
I haven't
No,
played
me
10.
neither.
If you ever see
Yeah.
it cheap, I would highly recommend it just to give it a whirl because it.
I
Quality.
actually
Yeah.
saw it for €9 for PC.
Yeah, but the PC version's trash, isn't it?
That's the thing.
Yeah. Sad, but Warner Brothers. Oh, Warner Brothers. Well, we'll get to them later with PC ports being
Well,
trash. But
let's just quickly say this: the Mortal Kombat X PC version has sold over 500,000 copies on Steam, and is not getting any of the network patches, and is not getting any of the new content DLC that is being made for it.
Terrible,
It is
terrible.
completely left by the side. 500,000 people are stuck with a product that is basically half broken and is not getting fixed and is not getting updated anymore. It is fucking tragic.
Moving on from tragedy, though, I spot something that Kiko played. Kerbal Space Program.
I played that a lot during the alpha and the beta rather than the. It's actually been released. I haven't played it at all since its actual official release.
Typical.
But,
Of course.
but I played an awful lot of it in the past. Sending Kerbals up and making space stations and actually managing to get a Kerbal onto another planet. Getting them back, I mean,
So many Kerbals were
Well, that's the
killed
Kerbal.
when
They,
this
they
man was
packed
playing.
an awful lot of sandwiches. But yeah, it's a really good game. Even if you just play it in sandbox mode and just go, right, how are you going to do X and Y? There's somebody that has literally built a ship that will go to the Mun and back with only solid boosters. Like, you can do all sorts of things in that game, and it's really fun. And half the problem, admittedly, is how do I get this to take off? And then the second half is how do I get it out of the atmosphere? And then the third problem is how do I stop it from crashing back into the atmosphere in a burning fireball? Once you get those three down, you then have all the other problems, like catching gravity and not crashing into things. You crash a lot in space.
Yeah, I mean, I remember your learning curve for that, and it did take you quite a few days to get the hang of it. Once you did,
time.
once you did, you were happily in go.
I had
which
a
was-
basic
yeah.
module for this will get to X and this can do that, and then it's quite good. Quite
Yeah.
good when you get
You
into it.
definitely were playing it a lot when we were hanging out in Skype and you were talking about it, so it seemed
There
like it
is there was
very
something
fun.
else that actually got properly released on April that I played a bit of, and that was Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh no, I played a lot of that too. Now that was
Yeah.
a fun game.
Very good game.
Just the music alone was like made me pick it up, I think, and then I just happened to really enjoy it. It was really fun. Hard though, damn,
Hard,
really
and
tricky.
you can even put your own music into it.
Yeah, I mean, like the idea of having a roguelike based sort of game that's done in the time to music is a really cool idea.
Even better, you don't have to play it to the music,
You do not. You can play the bard mode, which means you can just play it like normal.
which is really cool.
It is,
That's
yeah.
really
So
good.
it's got a bit for everybody. Very nice little game.
Very good game.
What else did we like? I saw about Broken Age. I never played, but I know there was a lot of hoo-ha around it. And that finally released its second act in April.
finally took fucking ages apparently.
Apparently, a lot of people weren't very happy with the second act. I can't say for sure because I mean I never played it. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's not a point and click that particularly interests me yet. I like to call them static kind of adventures where you don't feel like you're getting a lot done. I guess
I
that's
know
the
what
sort
you
of
mean,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are two more things here that I see. I don't know which one of you may have played Tropico 5. Did any of you play that?
I played the third one. I never played the
I
first
played
one.
I played the fourth one, but not
Now,
Tropico
who
5.
played, and I think I know the answer to this one, E6?
I did, didn't I?
I think you did play E6.
Did I play E6? Oh, hold on. Where's my Steam?
Wait, which
Did
game?
East.
E6, the
Oh, East. Oh,
Okay, I got East
um,
1, 2, Origin,
Ark of
the
Nefish-
Oath.
the Ark of Nefischtim. I actually played and beat that game,
Which one is
but
that?
not on PC, but on the PS2 when it originally came out.
Oh, that one. No, I haven't played that one. No,
Yeah, I
no.
completely beat that and played it. It was actually my first East that I ever played.
I love East
Um,
games. I mean, well,
this-
I think all
wow,
three of us
this-
do, don't we?
This is
Mm.
many years ago that I got that one for the PS2.
Yes, it's
I
an
got
older
it
one.
for
That,
really,
yeah.
I got it for really cheap. I mean PS2.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, I got it for really cheap. It was a used copy. I got it in a store. I was like, this looks really cool, and it's only 15 euros. I'll pick it up, and then I played
Played the
that
shit out
for
of
the
it,
next
yeah.
fucking weeks. It's a great game if you can get that for cheap. It's really fun. It's got great bosses. The music is fantastic,
I mean,
and it's just plain fun.
honestly, I'd roll with the fact that if you can get any East game for reasonable money, like under a tenner, for any one of them, all of them worth your time. Like every
Yeah.
single one of those. I've got a PS Vita, and I've got the East 4 on that one, I think it is, and that's incredibly good as well. The PS4 is getting another East game this year, which is going to be something to look forward to as well. So yay!
So Adol can blunder blindly, not saying anything into
Oh yeah, you know,
situations.
and like scowl his way through stuff,
Shipwrecked and
and go out with his one true love, Dogi.
Oh,
It's true though. Come on.
I know it's very true.
5th of whatever season that is, May.
May.
Something I picked up was Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2
Oh yeah,
for
you picked that
3DS.
up.
I mean, I love.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a lot about it, but if you played the first one, you'll like the second one. They're both really good. Strategy games mixed with SMT style combat, really fun.
Yeah,
Very,
same
very cool.
day, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood released, which is basically a
I still haven't played the first
prequel
one properly.
expansion to Wolfenstein: The New Order. Wolfenstein: The New Order, for me personally, the best FPS game that I've played in the last couple of years.
I really liked it, but I still haven't played much of it.
I know you're terrible, but
I keep
it's
forgetting
utterly
it's there in my
fantastic.
Steam list. I haven't uninstalled it.
It is utterly fantastic. The shooting, the movement, everything is great. The difficulties are fantastic, and so on. Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is basically more of that with a different setting. It's a great game. I can only recommend it.
One that's sort of surprised me. I haven't played myself, but I am a racing game fan. Was Project Cars. And I
Oh,
remember
okay.
following that because that got kickstarted in a way. And then there was a lot of hoo-ha behind the fact that there was a promised Wii U version that they said they could guarantee to get on the Wii U. Then it
You
didn't.
promised.
Then it fell through and nothing happened. Then Namco, as a publisher, didn't want to publish it for the Wii U, which is honestly, considering 2015, the Wii U sales were going down until the later part of the year. I can understand that. But Project Cars was an ambitious, project, and it was. I think it came across really well and sold really well, which was nice.
Now then, moving along, I think we very quickly get to May 19th.
The big one.
The
Where
Curious Expedition.
Oh, of course, yes.
Hey, I really like the Curious Expedition. Sort of like a roguelike, exploring colonial era style, discovery game where you can ride a dinosaur.
Was it actually any good?
Yes, I quite like it. It's,
Okay.
I quite like it. It's basically going around trying to discover various artifacts and get fame and notoriety while not plundering everything around you, or trying not to plunder everything around you and angering everybody. Never ends up working.
You have to show me
then
sometime.
finding dinosaurs and then getting eaten by them.
You have to show me that sometime.
Yeah, but I can't think of any other game that came out on that day. I mean,
No, nothing major except for The Witcher 3. Jesus. I mean, how many Game of the Year awards does that thing win?
Yes.
Yeah, 100 odd. Holy
Something.
crap! The Witcher 3 is a absolutely
Let's see.
phenomenal
I'm
game.
looking at awards right now on Wikipedia, and the list of awards and nominations for The Witcher 3 is so big that they actually have to make it a collapsible list.
I mean,
so
CD Projekt Red did it again. They did it the first time with The Witcher 1, an amazing RPG that came out of nowhere. Once again with The Witcher 2, basically the new benchmark for PC games for a long time. And then Witcher 3 was just everything they promised and more. I mean, the company that supposedly at the moment can do no wrong. I mean,
the main thing I remember about that game was the 3-minute adverts that you could only skip 90 seconds in.
really?
Yeah, they had 3-minute adverts on streams that you could only skip 90 seconds
I've got to
in.
be honest, I haven't seen an advert for a while for some reason. I'm not sure why.
yeah, me
Yeah,
neither, because I
no.
use an ad blocker.
Oh, that's the reason.
Oh yeah.
But The Witcher 3 also, I mean, other than terrible 90-second unskippable bullshit, The Witcher 3 did release some beautiful CGI.
Oh yes, it
things.
looked really nice.
I mean, there was a
What I saw.
CGI where he's fighting some red-headed, invisible lady, and it's just incredible.
Wait, how do you know she's red-headed?
Because it's The Witcher, everybody's red-headed.
Yep.
Somebody on the Witcher team has this huge fetish for redheads.
Well,
It's
to
a
be
chick
fair,
in the
can't-
Witcher
can't
game.
fault them, man.
Unless it's Yennefer, it's probably going to be a redhead. Let's be fair.
Yennefer.
Again, don't want to get stuck on The Witcher 3 for ages, but all I will say, and I'm probably Klyka will agree, is wow.
Yep. Yeah, it's very
I mean,
good.
wow probably sums up pretty
For
well.
me, I have never finished it.
Scum.
I've gotten halfway through it because there was, at the time when I played it, which was released, the game on PC had lots of problems with crashing. And I never have problems with game, but The Witcher 3 just didn't really
Yeah, I mean, how
like
many
me.
times did you hear me swear when the game crashed? Roughly, you
Yeah,
think?
and then me. And I just kind of stopped, and I haven't gotten back into it yet. I might wait for the second big DLC to come out and then
And
just
roll
play
with
through
it.
the
I
whole
mean,
thing.
I played it till finish. I played a stupid amount of hours, and I got the DLC, and I've loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
So,
good.
later on in the end of the month was something that you played a lot, Helloween.
What's this one's this? Guilty Gear?
The 29th.
29th.
Both of us played quite a bit of that.
Oh, Splatoon!
Splatoon!
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Splatoon.
Splatoon was Splatoon
You're
was
a squid.
Splatoon. Like
You're a squid now, by the way.
Squid Kid.
Kids,
We until my internet basically scuffed it for half the year. We played a lot of Splatoon. A lot of fun.
Yes, we did. I
Yeah.
actually kind of want to jump back into that.
Yeah,
again
we should
when I
totally
have
do
my
that.
Wii U
Although
set up.
I'm playing Twilight Princess right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you can't take that disc out of the Wii U.
Oh yeah. No. I gotta do that for Fatal
Yeah, no,
Frames. I'm playing
Splatoon is wonderful game. It's just plain fun, and it's colorful, and it's super fast, and you can pull off some really cool stuff in it. It's like, I don't know, it's just a fun game. You know,
It's-
it's,
yeah,
a
it's just
Nintendo game.
fun. It's just
a
Nintendo fun,
Nintendo
yeah.
game. It can't describe it any other way. It's a Nintendo game, pure and simple.
Before we
It's great.
leave May, there is one that's caught my eye, which was a Kiba strip. I only bought it relatively recently, but I gotta be honest, it is a lot of fun. Grabbing people's trousers and watching dudes run around in underpants trying to beat you up. It's quite funny. Oh, there's a lot of drama in June the 1st.
Oh,
With Hatred.
hatred.
You remember the drama with Hatred?
I
Yeah, it was a lot of
heard
drama.
about it.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. What was that? A game basically about murdering innocent people and going on a gun rampage.
It's a top-down 3D shooter where you basically play a guy wearing a trench coat and with long hair and so on who hates humanity, and you start out basically in your house, and then you go on a killing spree, and at the very end you make it to the nuclear power plant, and you actually overload the reactor while getting shot by tons and tons of police officers, and you overload the reactor and you destroy the entire city, killing millions of people.
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that there was a lot of hoo-ha behind it, it was a kind of a bland game. But
Yes.
the interesting was that the press loved to drum up all the. There's a lot of hate, ironically, hate behind Hatred. Like they really didn't like it, and they even were celebrating the fact it got banned off Steam, albeit very briefly, until
It came back.
the CEO of Valve put it back on, which was interesting. Like,
because it
I mean,
didn't
honestly, I think
actually-
it's a drab, boring little game. It probably wasn't
Yeah.
very interesting, but
But the thing with it is, it didn't actually break any rules on Steam.
no, of course it didn't. There was no rules broken at all. It was no real different from the mindless GTA style experience you could have if you didn't follow any stories in GTA. Just run around, kill a lot of people. But of course, because I don't know the full extent, but I believe one of the developers was linked to some sort of Nazi group, which probably like kicked a load of stuff off.
like Stormfront or something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, which like if
I
true
think
is
it's
terrible,
a Polish-made
but like.
game. I think it's
yeah.
a Polish game or something like that.
I mean, if that ended up being true, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But that's pretty bad, and I can see why people are upset about that. But the game itself was just a drab little experience.
It's
Like,
just shit.
I don't understand why people are getting so
It's
upset
not,
about it.
it's not good.
Barring whatever the developers did, like, I can't be asked to even look that up right now. But
Yeah.
the game itself was dull.
It's not good.
I mean, what else we got through June? Is there anything particularly?
You go on to you see Heroes of the Storm on the 2nd.
Oh, Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, that's something you've
Heroes
been
of
enjoying a lot, isn't it?
I've been playing it a fair bit, yes.
Would you say it's replaced League of Legends? Like for you?
You can play it. You can actually the fact that there are the daily system in there, which has its advantages and its disadvantages, but you can actually clear that if you want to, and you're time constrained against like co-op versus AI, which is quite good. So it's like if you want to actually just clear dailies, you can do it like that. Matches are faster. I would say that they probably don't have as good a handle on balance as Riot do with heroes in theirs. There are some characters in, I believe, in Heroes of the Storm that are a little too strong. But
Yeah, Riot always did have a reasonably quick handle on if they bugged something up, didn't they?
there is a game, however, on June the 4th that came out that none of you might remember, but you should.
What, Hitman?
No,
Transgalactic Tournament?
no,
Wonder?
no.
What?
Wah.
Oh, Duck Game.
Wait, is that-
that's not in here.
Duck
It's not
Game
this.
came out on June the 4th, 2015.
What
That's
can we
not
say?
here in
What
the
can we
list.
say about
That's-
Duck Game?
that's
How many?
terrible.
How
What
many
you
hours
say
did we
about
plug
Duck
into Duck
Game is... Wah.
Whack. How many hours did we plug into Duck Game? Like a
I'm going to
stupid
find
amount?
out how many hours I
About-
put into Duck Game.
have a
I
look, yeah.
played...
I got 15 actually. 15 hours of Duck Game.
Yeah, like-
50.
Like
50,
50,
Jesus.
20 hours for me. About
50
20
hours of Duck Game.
Now, Duck Game was a good little game. I mean, whack. I mean, most times we'd all get back from work, and all that happened in a Skype call was someone would type quack, and then you'd be like quack,
Yep.
and then we'd just play the Duck Game.
A game with a dedicated quack button.
I mean, it is.
But you could
Duck-
change the pitch of the quack.
Duck.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could. You can go.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, that was the first game that year where we were playing it. And I was genuinely in tears of laughter for quite a lot.
Yeah.
of it. Like,
Oh,
it
there was so
it was
much
so
crazy
funny.
stuff.
Yeah.
man.
So funny.
I still remember. I actually have still like a video of us playing uploaded, and there's this one part where I'm acting like I'm dead, and the two others kill themselves, and I just like spring up and I win the round, and everyone
Oh,
starts
God, yeah.
shouting at me. It's just.
I believe after that, everybody always checked your dead body to make sure.
Yes, always.
And everybody conspired against me. They always conspired against
You were
me.
really
Yeah.
good at it, man. Like we had to
Yeah,
like gag
yeah,
up
yeah.
on you.
You did. You did. have to
Uh,
go.
Now that was good.
Yeah,
was good
but
times.
then in June 23rd,
You're,
middle of June.
you're skipping June 11th here, a game that Helloween really, really liked.
Alone in the
Dr.
Dark.
Mario Miracle. Kid.
Alone in the Dark Illumination,
Alone
of
in the Dark
course.
Illumination is a sad, sad, sad case.
Wait, did you actually play that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
I
did
was
never
about
actually.
to
I
say.
never actually played it. In the end, mainly
Nothing-
because there was no reason to. What a sad way for a franchise to go out. It didn't even go out with a bang. It went out with one of those like nasty little farts that probably someone shat down their leg. It's just terrible, terrible excuse of what they did to that. It's Alone in the Dark in name only. It's
Well, at some point, someone thought, what would be a good franchise
To cash in
that
on.
we could use
Yeah.
for a 4-player multiplayer game? Oh, I know. Alone in the Dark.
What's depressing is that you can't play that thing one played. It's a shell of what it's supposed to be. I mean, Atari have just clearly lost the plot on that thing.
Does it even still work? Like, is it actually
You
like,
can't play
up?
it one played essentially. Like it's not balanced for it. You get
No, but I
baddies that
mean,
walk
like,
through.
is it actually up? Like, is it a
Oh yeah,
game
yeah, I
I
believe
could
you can
play
still
right
play
now?
it. You can still play it. It hasn't
Okay.
gone down.
Okay.
It's just terrible, terrible.
Well,
Less
glad
about
we
that honestly, the better.
illuminated
Just
people.
what a waste.
This is
But yeah.
a company now that have made a remake of their age-old game Haunted House that was
Yeah.
originally made in 1982 for the Atari 2600, and I've seen footage of Haunted House.
It's amazing when you think the Atari that churned out ET would be rolling in their like shoes of graves, whatever you want to call it. The thought of what the current Atari is doing, like
Yeah.
that's just sad.
But
Del-
let's jump to June 23rd.
Devil May
because,
Cry 4 Special Edition.
Wait.
Oh.
On June 23rd, they actually don't show it in this list.
I
but
know, I can see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, we had Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Like, let's talk about
Now
that
th-
real quick. It's
that's-
Devil May
that
Cry
is-
4.
basically
It's
to s-
fantastic.
I mean, just to sum up the comparison we're about to make, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition is how you do a PC port, by the way.
Yes,
It runs
it's
beautifully. There's
utterly
like 120 frames per second mode, extra modes, no loading times for anything. Everything's instant. It's beautiful. It was cheap. It was the perfect version of Devil May Cry 4.
It was great. If
It-
you want to play a
absolutely
great
amazing.
action game, get yourself Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And then we come
And
to
then
the
on the
next one.
same day came a game out that I was actually really looking forward to because I liked all the games that came before in the franchise. I really enjoyed them. It was Batman
And-
Arkham Knight.
Andy had plenty of opportunity to keep looking at it as the individual frame just stayed on the screen.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Batman Arkham Knight released on both the consoles and Windows on June 23rd. And I got the PC edition because, I have a gaming PC and I bought it on PC because I want to
How
play it in 60
unreasonable of
FPS.
you, you selfish bastard.
And I got it for a cheap price as well, so but and it turned out that the game itself was, I guess, fun with
Guess.
a bit too much Batmobile. But Jesus, it was the most broken shit. And I don't if I say a game is broken, this is coming from someone who, when all of the forums on the internet say the game doesn't run for them, I just play it without any problems.
You see,
I don't know why.
He has
But
a
this was
magical
broken.
computer where
Yes.
it's like this thing will literally
Yes,
just
this just
kill
runs.
everything.
Yes.
This killed my computer, and
Yes.
Klyka's just like, oh yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yes, it got so bad that I just I would play the game for 30 minutes and then I just couldn't take it anymore because the random frame rate drops, the current constant hitching, the randomly it suddenly minimizes itself in the middle of a fight.
It's a shitstorm of such epic proportions that it's so well known now. It's it was now to put this in
They
perspective.
had
If you
to stop the game being sold on.
there's a more important thing to realize from
Yeah.
that though. The
Yeah.
bigger thing here was on the same month. This is the first AAA release that
With
was
Steam.
coincided with the Steam refund system, which just
Yes.
activated.
So
Yes.
people were like, wait, this game is out absolutely terrible. I'm going to get a refund on it.
Now, love
Yep.
it or hate it, the Steam refund system is a very, very important thing that came in this year. Like, probably one of the most important things for the
That
gaming
happened to
community and
Steam.
digital rights in general. The fact that you can now return your game for any reason within 2 weeks if you have less than 2 hours of play, or there's a fundamental issue with it. Whereas before, you basically begged Steam not to shit on your face, and they would shit on your face anyway, because Steam is terrible. But now, you can actually get a refund for terrible purchases, and here comes Batman. It shits its way into people's PC, greases
Yep.
turds its way across the floor, then pisses all over your carpet. And you're just like, I'm going to return this. And such an unprecedented amount got returned that they took it off sale.
Yeah, they had to. They
Yeah,
just
they just had to take
and,
it
they,
off.
and I think it took them 4.5 months or 5 months.
About
before they
5 months to
put it back on.
release a patch that made it mediocrely ability to
Well,
play it.
the patch actually came out after 2 months, but it took them 5 months to put it back up on Steam.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
it still
the patch
wasn't fine.
barely
It
helped.
still
by
wasn't
the way.
fine.
The patch barely helped.
But the bigger thing here is that no one would ever have believed you at the start of the year if you said Batman is going to shit the bed so hard on PC that they're not going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like,
And at the same
That's crazy.
time, even if it hadn't been for the technical problems, it was Rocksteady put in the Batmobile. Because for 2 games, 2 Rocksteady games and 1 game made by Warner Brothers Montreal, not Ubisoft Montreal, Warner Brothers Montreal, Arkham Origins. So 3 Batman games. And the whole time, the community goes, we want to ride in the Batmobile. Oh my god, it would be so cool to be in an open world and drive around in the Batmobile. Oh my god, please give us the
And
Batmobile.
then they add the Adam West Batmobile.
Wait. And then they show the trailers, and the Batmobile looks fucking amazing. And you're just like, wow, I can't wait to drive around in this. Holy shit, that looks good. But then it turns out that they gave the Batmobile a tank mode, which basically means that you press a button and you're now a turret that can move in 360 degrees, and that's it. And you're now basically playing kind of a bullet hell shooter where you have to dodge these lines which indicate where the enemies are going to shoot, and then you have to shoot them. And that was like 60-70% of the game.
Yeah, a big misfire, I think.
Yeah,
Big
and you're
misfire.
just kind of sitting there, you're going like, I just wanted to be Batman.
Again, this is something that probably needs, if anything, another video dedicated, because damn, like Batman was a mess.
Jeez.
But
Wow.
unfortunately, lads, I'm going to forcibly move us on, otherwise we're going to get stuck here on evil
Ah.
Batmans.
Let's talk, by the way, very quickly about June 26th. Tokiden Kiwami came out for Windows. It is a kind of like Monster Hunter where you hunt demons.
Wasn't it an appallingly bad port?
It is an okay port, like it doesn't crash or anything, but it is one of those games where
I believe
who are the developers? It's not Namco
Koei?
Bandai.
It's Koei Tecmo.
Koei
and,
Tecmo.
and
Exactly.
they
And
linked the speed of the game to the frames.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god,
The
what?
physics
I didn't
everything
realize
in the
that.
game,
Yeah.
and it is because of that, it is restricted to 30. You can unlock it, but it will break the game. And this is actually the first game that made it really big with on Steam with the FPS police. Like, you know, the curators,
Basically,
the
you
FPS.
increase
yeah.
that to 60
Yeah.
FPS, the game runs twice as fast.
Oh,
And not
I
just
remember
that, the
Nightmare
physics
Creatures
also
doing
break.
that.
Like, the physics completely break. You can't play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was a shitty old PC game. I did one video on it called Nightmare Creatures, and if you didn't artificially reduce the frame rate,
Nightmare
everything ran at
Creatures.
double the speed. It was great.
Ah, beautiful. Well, but
So,
just imagine instead of running at double the speed, you use like a ground pound attack, and the enemy flies off the screen because the physics go crazy.
Reminds me of Dark Souls 1, actually. If you put Dark Souls 1 at 60 frames, you'd fall through ladders and the worlds wouldn't work properly, simply because the game's physics engine wasn't designed around it.
And then
Well,
as you die, it says you have.
Yeah, basically.
And don't forget, Dark Souls 2 original PC version.
Ah, yeah, of
while
course.
it ran
Yeah.
fine at 60 FPS,
introducing
because of
bugs.
60 FPS, if you hit your weapons, the degradation of your weapons is actually
It was
two
called
times
the
as high.
durability bug. Yeah, basically
Durability bug. Yes.
because basically you'd kill an enemy, but your weapon would go through a corpse, and then the corpse would reduce your durability. Happens twice as quick, and then your weapons get wrecked. It's very silly.
Because for every frame, instead of it happening once, it happened twice.
Saying that, while it was a pain in the ass, it wasn't the end of the world. I
but
did
I'm
the
just
LP
saying, it
like
was-
that. It was okay.
It was a small, like, you know...
It was a
small
nuisance
thing,
more than anything,
still.
but
I am looking here at the start of July, and there is something that I certainly didn't play, but a lot of other people did on the 7th.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yeah,
I
Rocket
never
League
played
was a big game.
I never played it.
I've never played it either. I'm not interested in football or in that sort of sense. Sports. While I like sports games, it does vary, and football is not one of them.
There was, however, a game I did play that came out on July the 14th, although I'm not sure if I got it on July the 14th, and that was Guild of Dungeoneering.
Oh yeah, you really like that, didn't you?
really
I
loved it.
played a lot out of that, and it's
Did you do a Let's
fantastic.
Play?
I did. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I remember you being a big fan of that.
It's
Actually,
it's like it's a rogue in a sort of way, but you don't control where you go. You build the dungeon, you place the monsters, you place the loot, and you have to steer your gullible and completely expendable dungeoneer through various dungeons, killing things, getting loot, so you can hoard all of the loot, sell all of their weapons, and make loads of money.
Whee!
And
Sounds about right.
yeah, and it was really fun, and I wasn't the best at it, but it was really fun.
That sounds cool. I need to check out
And
your videos on that.
And
Actually.
then they released the DLC, the Pirates Cove, which added pirates.
Yeah, I remember you being quite fond of that as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that game.
There was a game on the 14th I played as well, which was Deception 4: The Nightmare Princess.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Yeah, you should. I watched videos of
It's
that. When
funny
you
enough,
talked
it's something
about
an ex-girlfriend got me into, and I really liked the Deception games because of her. Like she played a lot of them, and yeah, I mean that was really good fun. I got it on my PS4.
Yeah.
Yay, games for PS4.
it. Hey.
Yay. Yeah.
July 21st, is something. It didn't release for the first time there, but it is the first time that I actually played it because
Oh, Oni
I
Chambara, nice.
You mean you mean
Jeez.
you mean Hatterful Boyfriend?
Oh,
no,
nice.
not Heartful Boyfriend. It's actually Journey on the PS4. Because I didn't have a PS3 for very long, and I never picked up Journey for it. But I had my PS4, and Journey came out of it, and I bought it, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game, and I played all through it in one sitting late at night with like just like lights out and just focusing on the graphics, and it's very beautiful, and I can just recommend it to people
I
if you
never, I
have
never
like
ended up playing it. It's something I might want to do one day, but never got around to it.
yeah.
Um, I did spot something just now. Now where did it go?
Not gone anywhere. Still there.
Yeah, it probably is somewhere. Just
Unless
trying
I'm deleting it right
Hey!
now off the page.
It's not even this year, but I think I want to mention because I see it here. Abyss Odyssey. What a weird little game, but I really enjoyed it. It was like a 2D Metroidvania action-y game that was done by a
Abyss
Chilean
Odyssey.
developer, I think.
Oh, it's that one.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
It's really bizarre, quite
It's
difficult.
like a
but
rogue-like Metroidvania.
yeah. It's really fun. Like it was a tricky little game, but I enjoyed what I did play of it. I gotta be
As
honest.
the description describes it, the game's fighting system combines elements from Super Smash Bros. And Street Fighter.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
sounds about right. Yeah.
I can't spot anything else in.
One thing I
July.
want to mention, it's
Hmm?
not a new game, but on July the 29th, 2015, Good Old Games finally got Albion on there.
Oh, and they
it's
finally
a
got
point,
it working, right?
It's a point to make that Good Old Games has basically become the mainstay of very slowly piecing together every game that I played in my childhood and putting them on their site. I mean, they're just basically like Whale's Voyage away from having practically everything, and Amber Star, and then they're done.
GOG, I mean, in this case, which is basically CD Projekt Red, are single-handedly rescuing old games. I mean, to the point where some have actually been recoded to even just to get them on there, like
What?
Zed, for example.
The other thing that they've done, although it may not, I don't think it was last year, is they've made their own version of early access, which is really, really good.
Yeah, I mean,
Look
it
at-
shits on Steam.
I think it's like games in development or something.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It lets you choose which version of the game you want to run, unless you get a refund, doesn't it, if something goes horribly
The
wrong.
refund. They also take regular snapshots of it, so you can backtrack to previous
And you
versions.
can always have the
don't-
version you want to have,
You don't
which
have
is the
to
biggest thing.
upgrade if you to a new version if you don't want to. And
Yeah.
they very carefully vet what games go on there. Very carefully. I mean, Good Old Games is just fantastic on that. It's just like I can have a game, download the game, play the game, and Albion's there. And Albion, good luck finding a CD copy of that.
Indeed, yeah.
That doesn't cost a fortune. I mean, it's fantastic. Just put Whale's Voyage on there. Just please.
One day.
I mean, it doesn't use a mouse, but it's still. That was me.
Kiko.
That was me for July.
Spotting a couple of things in August. Something I didn't play, but it was always nice to see. The Rare replay. Nice to see that went up. Mainly just remember that what Rare used to do. more than anything.
Yes.
I liked Rare games during the N64 and like Super Nintendo period. Some of
and
which
al-
aren't on there. But
And although it was released only on the Wii U, on the 3rd, there is Freedom Planet there.
I never played that.
Freedom
me neither,
Planet
but I heard
is
it's
very
really good.
It's very much like old Sonic.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I heard that,
I
yeah.
remember seeing that now. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Isn't there a Freedom Planet 2 actually coming?
I
I think I
so.
read something about
I
that.
believe so, yes.
And what else we got?
For
August
me,
is kind
August-
of.
Garfield
for me,
card
August
came out on
was
the 11th.
actually for me August was actually completely empty apart from two
Zombie.
games.
Zombie.
Zombie? Oh well, Zombie U, yeah.
But I mean, you technically played that before.
Guys, Garfield Kart came out on the 3DS.
Oh wow! Nice. Let's have a look at Garfield Cut.
Let's please.
Cock
please
Media.
I heard it's in the same on the same YouTube channel as Bubsy 3D.
Ugh.
But no, for me, I got two games in August. One on the both on the 25th actually. The first one I picked up for my PC, which was Shadowrun Hong Kong.
Oh, Shadowrun. Yeah.
I played the previous two Shadowruns. Great games. Shadowrun Hong Kong, basically the same, just like bigger, built on it, had more budget. Really, really well done. Super
I
fun.
can guess the other one you're going to tell me.
What do you think?
Is it Until Dawn?
It is. Until Dawn
Oh,
for
was that
the
the-
PS4.
Oh yeah, Until Dawn I got that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got that as well.
Yeah.
I
The
didn't
thing
get
what
it.
I actually did with Until Dawn is my girlfriend and I, when she comes over, we often enjoy to play, like, we played through all of the Telltale games together and so on, and we would always, like, she would do decisions and so on, and I would play the game, or she would play the game and I would make decisions. And with Until Dawn, which is basically an interactive horror movie where your decisions can actually get people to die, what we actually did was I bought the game like digitally, I downloaded it, and I think it came out, I think the 25th was like a Saturday. And I took off Saturday and Sunday from work because, yes, I'm one of those crazy people who works on the weekend. Um,
Terrible.
and we got ourselves a huge amount of popcorn, tortilla chips with salsa, and lots of other shit, and like a pizza. And then we sat down. I think the game unlocked at like 8 in the evening on Saturday, and we played with maybe like one break in between all the way till 10 in the morning of Sunday. And we beat the entire game in 14 hours in like
Yeah.
one sitting.
I didn't
It
do it
was
quite as
it was
quick as you,
great though. It was
but
fantastic.
we did the same thing. Like we did the same sort of decision
I
making
loved
where I'd
it.
pass it over and she'd make some decisions and like which was really good.
Yeah, I
And
loved it.
mostly she's shouting at me for getting people killed.
Aw.
Why did you take that girl down there to look at the trapdoor? Sorry.
Because I got that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil
The
anything,
fucking
but
trap
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Don't go to the trapdoor, guys.
Seriously,
don't
no.
do it.
Don't
Yeah.
you
Don't
open
do it.
that
Don't you
trapdoor.
open that trapdoor.
I mean, next month, what was it? 1st September brings us to Metal Gear Solid, which I still haven't played yet, but I believe you enjoyed.
Oh, I played it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I played quite a bit of it. I beat the chapter 1. I never got around to beating chapter 2 because it's literally just repeat all the missions you've just done. And I was like, no.
It
But
also-
but Phantom Pain, it is gameplay-wise to mess around with. It is utterly fantastic, but I think apart from that, it is not a proper Metal Gear Solid game, and I think it's actually pretty poor.
I spot another game in September, though, that Kiko played.
Yes. Me too, by the way. Yep, me too.
Armello, yes, a game I really enjoy playing. That is a really, really good strategy board game.
I only played it 2 times with you, but I agree.
My only regret is that I didn't catch it when it was being kickstarted, because it's such a good game.
It was nice to hear you like how much you enjoyed that.
There's
thing,
lots of twists and turns in it. No two games are the same. You go into it thinking, I'm going to play and win like this, and then you're like, oh, before I know it, I'm fighting the king. Why am I fighting the king? It's just basically, if you want a game where the end result is the king always dies, that is your game. Because the king never doesn't die.
Long
He
live the
always-
king.
Except he doesn't. He always dies.
Kill the
I
king.
think you
King is
actually
dead.
did like a lot of
I
playthroughs on your
did-
channel, didn't
I
you?
did a tutorial, did the tutorial, and then I played one match as each of the heroes until my graphics card died.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's
I
fine.
replaced
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I finished it. So they are releasing, I do believe, more stuff soon. There was originally the Kickstarter only for a certain tier, the Bandit DLC, which had additional characters that they voted to have released for everyone to buy. And so when that comes out, that's 4 new heroes, and really good game. Haven't played it a lot multiplayer. Did play it a lot single player. Really fun.
We should actually play that again in multiplayer.
Probably, yeah.
I kind of want to. It's like September is when I got it, and like we haven't played it since then.
There was also another game that came out on the 1st of September that a fair few people played.
Pokemon?
Yeah, this one
It
from
may
me,
have
yeah.
involved somebody who was angry and not called Andrew.
Oh, Irritated Max.
Irritated.
No, that
Max.
irritated. I'm trying to think of a name beginning with I.
Irritated.
Irritated Engelbard.
There you go. Irritated Engelbard. Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple of you guys like that.
Rowdy Rubio.
Furious Frederick.
I mean,
Yes.
I picked a thing on the 11th, which I've continued to enjoy a long time, which was Super
Well,
Mario
I
Maker.
had one
Bothered
left
Broderick.
I had one left on the first, which I.
Oh, I'm
picked up.
sorry, please.
Super Time Force Ultra. Super Time Force Ultra came out the year before on PC. I never picked it up. It then came out on PS4, and it was a PlayStation Plus game. So I actually got it, and it is really, really fun. I played through it. It's a 2D side-scrolling shooter where you have time powers, and you basically basically look like this: like you play it, and you shoot things and so on, and then you press a button and you rewind time, and then you let go of the button. and you're at the time again where you rewound to, but what you did earlier still happens. So there's like a copy of you, and you can have like copy and copy and copy and copy. So you basically just suddenly have like 30 of your guys running around and all doing different things and shooting enemies and so on. It is really funny. It has a super fun graphic style, story, and the music is fantastic. It's really great.
Seething Sebastian.
Nice. Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you before. But Mario Maker,
That's fine.
I mean,
Mario Maker did come out.
Oh yeah, on the 11th.
that was good fun. Made lots of Mario stages. Made many cock-looking stages because I am a grown-up and I'm allowed to make Willy stages. Should I please? Yeah. So Mario Maker was really good fun. I played a lot of that. I need to get back into that really.
Oh, and then we're getting a little bloody.
Oh
on,
yeah, with Senran
September
Kagura
22nd.
2. No, Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson. Oh yeah.
Oh
I
God,
had
you
the
have
first
that,
one on
don't you?
3DS.
Oh, I see.
I never got
No,
that one though.
I actually mean, of course, September 22nd. We actually had 2 games.
Oh, Blood Bowl.
One for you, Ben, but one for all of us, which was Blood Bowl 2.
Oh god, Blood Bowl 2.
Blood Bowl 2. We need to play that again. Like, we have to play that
Fun fact with Blood Bowl 2, I really liked it. I think all of us did, played a lot. I had my Chaos team in a league. It was all going beautifully, as it always did, until this fucking peasant decided to shit on my beautiful Minotaur. My Minotaur was like level 5 with like a million claws,
God,
tentacles.
I was there when that happened.
Tentacles
Oh
and
my God.
everything, and then this peasant rolls
my
a triple red dice, which in the game is very, very bad, basically,
It's bad.
and
it's
manages to kill my Minotaur, and then I
Just-
re-roll the death, and he
Still
stays dead. And
Still dead.
Well, the good news is he's not dead if I do this. What happens if you do that? His head comes clean off.
oh,
You can
seriously,
either have him dead or very dead. Interesting point. Well, I played an awful lot out of Blood Bowl 1. I have not yet picked up Blood Bowl 2.
I think if we ever get all back into that, I think you should totally pick it up and join us. I think it'd be good fun.
Yeah.
Get the leagues going again.
It was actually 50% off this weekend, I think.
I think it would even get cheaper again soon. Like we should totally do that.
Probably.
Oh, Blood Bowl 2. I think I almost peed blood that evening. Jesus.
There was another game that came out on that day that you have experience of.
Soma.
Yeah.
I have mixed thoughts on Soma. I went into it deep after the LP, but that was an interesting follow-up from Amnesia, which Frictional Games gave us. I ultimately thought it was a disappointing game, but asked a lot of interesting questions. See my LP if you want to see my full thoughts. Hint, hint.
Even though I don't believe any of us picked it up, but there is a game that we need to very quickly discuss because it is one of the biggest failures that has happened.
Oh,
in
do you
2000.
mean wait?
Heroes
can I
of
put
Magic 7?
Can I put that
No,
Tony
actually.
Hawk's Pro Skater 1 song in here before we talk about it?
Of course, yes.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Tony
5.
Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
I mean, it's infamous this, but I don't think there's an awful lot we could probably add to this. But holy shitballs, like,
It's
how did you fuck
they
up Tony
announced-
Hawk's?
When they announced the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, in my head I was having nostalgia like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, Tony Hawk 1, Tony Hawk 2, etc., etc.
Loved
And
it.
then
loved
they
it.
released this fucking turd of.
I was so disappointed. Like, I wanted to pick it up at some point.
No.
Like, I don't mean now, obviously, but
Yeah.
like the amount of time I spent with my friends, we were like 16, 17, 18, getting drunk, playing horse on Tony Hawk's. Like, and horse is where every time someone messes up, you get a letter, and we'd make it say, like, and when you finish, it'd be like saying, you are a crotch goblin, or you are a fuckface, or, something equally as immature.
Yeah.
And I missed stuff like that, and I thought, God, and I heard them announce Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, all these thoughts come flooding back, and then we get that. A
Yep.
broken, buggy, terribly unfinished game that wouldn't even play properly if you didn't patch it.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Like, what a mess.
Like that game was, or is just, terrible.
Just shocking.
Oh man.
I have no nostalgia for Tony Pro Skater.
Tony Pro.
I mean,
Hey, wouldn't that be interesting? Hi, I'm Tony,
Tony
and I'm
Pro
I'm a professional hawk, and I'm gonna do some skating.
I mean, I was there in the right.
Hawk skating.
I was there in the right period of time where I grew up having a skateboard because of Tony Hawk's. Like, I got a skateboard and I used to go outside and skateboard all the time. And I could do all the tricks.
You see, here's the difference. I was terrible with the skateboard, so it's like I'm rubbish at
Everyone's
this.
rubbish at them until they get practice, though. It's one of those things.
I remained rubbish at it.
Yeah, that's why it hurts so much more when somebody craps on your childhood from a greater height than they needed to. But hey ho. What are we looking at in October then?
Well, we have. I was just looking at it.
Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Heroes, which
Oh,
I
yeah, that's
haven't
true,
played enough of,
but
honestly.
before that, it actually released the full version of Prison Architect.
Oh, yeah,
they
Prison
did
Architect.
release the full version of Prison Architect.
Yep.
And
I really like that. That was,
really like
I
Prison
really
Architect.
like it. There's a lot of time played in that. Yeah.
yeah, I had a lot of fun with Prison Architect.
And I think we
yeah.
own. I think we own Mr. Luke Ridley. Also, that on the same day Transformers Devastation released.
Oh, he did mention we had to mention this. It's true.
We
Yeah,
have to
Transformers came
mention-
out that none of us played, and I believe, and I
Right.
quote, he told us, "We are the candidates killing gaming."
I mean,
Wait. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on this game. It is a fantastic game that everyone should play, and I am not reading this from a letter sent to me. Do not read this.
It's really brave that this company finally decided to make a game about electrical devices that transfer electrical energy between two or more circuits through electromagnetic induction. I mean, it was bold.
It was very
But-
bold,
but
but
they
I
did
like that they took the step.
I
I-
like that commonly these things are typically used to increase or decrease the voltages of alternating currents. Electric power
as a
applications.
man-
But
As a man who is very supportive of all things in the trans community, I think that Transformers Devastation is a great step forward.
it was you killed other Transformers with Optimus Prime going, "I am Optimus Prime,"
It's true.
and it was made by the same people that made a game that Helloween really likes.
Yeah, Platinum, Bayonetta 2, but that was last year, and I've been banned from talking about it.
But yeah, but Transformers, if you basically replaced Optimus Prime,
Yeah, with Bayonetta, and then you changed all the stages to be like Bayonettas, and then you change all the baddies to
Now
be like
imagine-
Bayonettas.
now
Can I talk about
imagine-
Bayonetta?
now imagine if you put Optimus Prime in Bayonetta instead.
Oh, can I talk about Bayonetta again?
Yes.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's crushing disappointment.
Dragon Quest Heroes.
Disappointed!
Dragon Quest Heroes. So
Oh.
what was that like, Ben?
It was like exactly what you'd imagine. It's a Musu game with Dragon Quest in it. Where's Zelda saying that? Was that this year? It was, wasn't it? Did we miss it?
I don't think that was.
Maybe it was,
No,
maybe
that
it was
came,
December
that
last
came
year.
later, actually. I think. Oh no, it was last
It
year.
was
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
just, I can talk about that as well, really. 'Cause, I
Looking
mean,
ahead, and oh no.
when Dragon Quest Heroes was very like Zelda, Hyrule Warriors, which both of them are absolutely fantastic if you like that kind of game. Basically,
Yeah.
take one hero, add millions of dudes, add slashing, add rinse and repeat.
Oh no. I'm
If you like
looking-
that, it's fun. I enjoyed
I'm
it.
looking forward. Oh.
Yeah, Tales of Zestiria.
Tales of
Ooh.
Zestiria. Yeah.
Ooh. I like Tales games.
No, I'm not looking at that. But
Oh, you mean
talk
Yoshi's
about
Woolly
that.
World?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
Woolly World, please.
Woolly World, yes, I'm sorry.
No, no. I was looking at Overlord Fellowship of Evil.
I don't remember any game called Overlord Fellowship of Evil.
No, I
No,
think
no, distinctly
think-
don't remember that.
I think they took the Overlord franchise,
No.
made it into
No.
a sort of
No.
Diablo style.
They
game.
didn't.
Yes, they did.
No,
but let's
they-
not talk about it.
They did not do that. That didn't happen. Overlord remains dead where it should stay
You got
because
the
it was
idea
good.
that how we may be
Ugh.
blotting something out here?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Overlord was a piece of shit, and the
It's
less said
terrible.
about that, the better.
It's-
Honestly,
it's terrible.
yeah.
It's just plain terrible.
Like I said, Tales came out on the 20th. Tales of Zestiria. I love the Tales games. Another reason why I got my PS4, in fact.
Yep.
It's Tales. If you like one, you probably like this one. It's pretty much the same, honestly.
You know what else came out in October?
Broforce?
Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black
Currently
Water.
playing that, so yeah, Fatal Frame came out October, nice and spooky. Although this is, I always
It
came out
looks
around Halloween.
really fun, and I would love to play it.
It's got jiggle physics and water
does, yeah,
effects.
And Broforce also did fully release.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be quite good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like if you like shooting things with gun.
Yeah.
Another game that also released in October that
Warhammer.
we enjoyed that made Warhammer End Times Vermintide makes the Halloween puke.
I was about to say wins the
But,
award for making me motion
we-
sick. Not many
yeah.
games do that, but
I
that
remember
really
us
does.
playing that, and you were like, "This is really fun," and like 5 minutes later, you were like,
Okay, fun fact, right? I was
Okay.
talking to the PR press people for Warhammer. I can't remember who the publisher is off the top of my head. And this lady was talking to me, and she's like, "Yeah, do you want some codes for Vermintide? We got a special edition for you. I'll give you 2, and you and your mate can play through it and see what you think." I was like,
Yep.
"Yeah, this sounds great. I'll do a video on it." And yeah, I have never felt so sick in my life.
It was like I
Oh.
got the second copy, and we both play it together, and we're like, let's just play it for an hour and make up our minds, and then you can make a review about it. And we're playing for like 5 minutes, and you just go,
Nope.
Can we just stop for? I'm like, what's up? What's wrong? Is something happened? Can we just stop for a second?
Oh
It
man,
was
like
so funny.
it's so weird though because it's something to do with the way the frame rate and the V-sync and the head bob all mixed in together in that
Everything,
game.
yeah.
Because I can play things like Mirror's Edge without any problems, you know, and then I get to this and it might as well have a warning on it that says warning, please play this with a bucket between your legs because holy crap, that
Oh,
was
look.
just ugh.
There's another game that came out on the 28th of October.
Oh,
it
really?
seems familiar.
Oh, Batman again.
It came out again.
Good to see you again, Batman.
Yeah, that is when they re-released the Windows version, basically.
It's like, please notice me.
Notice me, senpai.
What happened in November?
Well, Klyka enjoyed Call of Duty Black Ops.
I did actually. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is after many years of not liking Call of Duty on the PC. I have to say I haven't gotten a Call of Duty on the console since
4.
Modern Warfare 2 on 360.
Oh, of course, we played that, didn't we? I forgot that.
We did, yes. I still have the disc actually because I couldn't trade it in.
Oh, because you
for some
scratched
reason
it,
there's a
didn't
scratch
you?
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's the thing. I never scratched it, but there's a scratch on it, and it works. But he didn't believe.
I remember now. I remember because you tried to trade it in. Oh,
And
God,
I
that
was
was a
like,
long
no.
time ago.
That
Ugh.
was super long time ago.
Yeah.
Looking
But no,
further-
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is actually, funnily enough, does pretty much everything right on the PC. It is extremely well optimized. It is very pretty. It has full dedicated servers. It is actually getting modding support.
By the
and
way, folks,
finished
just to be
dedicated
clear,
servers.
Klyka does get paid by
Yeah,
Activision.
and he'll tell you that
no.
it actually cooks his
But
breakfast
no,
in the morning.
like this. But no, this has to be said because all the previous Call of Duties on PC have been utter shit.
It's true,
And their
actually. We have tried
community-
them each
their
time, haven't we?
communities died in 2 months.
I was just-
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 still alive, 16 to 20,000 people.
Every
on Steam.
time one of them came out, you're like, I'm thinking of getting it. And I'm
Oh.
always thinking, really?
Oh,
After
yeah.
last time?
Well, the
It's like,
Kika's
campaigns were
right,
always-
like, Klyka
the
and-
campaigns were always fun.
Yeah, well, Klyka and I picked up Ghosts, and it was shite. Then Klyka and I picked up Advanced Warfare, and it was shite. Klyka and I picked up Modern Warfare 2, it was shite.
The single player of Advanced Warfare, was extremely
Please do
fun.
determine it,
The
Kevin
multiplayer
Spacey.
shit. Kevin Spice A. Yeah.
Spice A.
Space Age.
Something big came out on November 10th, though.
It did.
That would be Fallout 4. I mean, I imagine pretty much everybody has played Fallout 4 at this point, but
Yeah,
truthfully, another Bethesda RPG that is really good. I mean,
it's good. Yeah.
it's a really good game. It's not great. It is a really good game, though.
It has stuff that I think is like
Silly.
really badly done
Yeah.
and silly.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's fun still. Yeah.
Fallout 4, yeah, I like the bit with the
With the
vault
Fallout.
With the
and-
fall
and-
and out and then
and and the guns and
Yeah, it was good, and the beasts
I
with the
never
things.
played.
there was the radiation was really my favorite part.
I don't have
As
Fallout.
a horror fan, I will say this to you, Kiko, and to the people who are playing, if you haven't played it, just sheerly to do the Lovecraft quests are in there. There are 3 of them. And I'm not going to say what because it will spoil them, but there are 3 HP Lovecraft quests in there, and they're all fantastic, and they're all a good little kick for those of you who like horror.
There's also another game that came out in November that I'm surprised Klyka hasn't been talking about.
You mean Star Wars?
On the 19th of November.
Oh, Mordheim.
Oh, you're kind of because you're skipping ahead, Kiko.
You skipped a day.
You're skipping because
Well,
November
because I
7th.
don't have anything in November.
I know,
do.
but maybe we want to talk about it because on November 17th, Mr. Helloween and I picked up.
Stellar Glow, good choice.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah, it was fantastic. No, it was a Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, don't really have to say a lot about it. It's
Star
like-
Wars, shoot men.
It's Star Wars.
TIE
you shoot men,
fighters.
Pretty bare bones, but it's fun.
Me and
it's-
me and
Battlefront
Klyka.
with Wilhelm screams.
Basically, yeah. Well, they had it in the second one as well. But me and Klyka geeking out at Star Wars, shooting dudes. It was good fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with that. Played a lot of hours of Star Wars. Flew ships.
Yeah.
Got angry. Usual
might
business.
one day
Got killed
like,
by Boba
play
Fett
it again.
17,000
Fucking
times.
Boba Fett.
I actually got a video where I managed to
Oh,
run
God, that
over
gosh.
where I ran over Darth Vader with an X-wing, and it was actually retweeted by the official.
That
Twitter.
was so stupid. Darth Vader tried to chop you out of the air and you ran him over.
Yeah, I just went.
Oh, that was dumb.
But
Very
did you-
funny though.
Did you beep the horn to give him advance warning to get out the way?
I tried,
Beep
but
beep
he
crunch.
went. I find your lack of horns.
I just imagine actually that you just lean out the X-wing is.
No, that's that horn costs $5.99 on the Origin store.
Oh, right.
But no, November 19th, Kiko is right. Mordheim City of the Damned was officially left its early access. I had bought the game a year earlier in early access, and every couple of months would boot it up after it got a big patch and try it out. It's kind of like Valkyria Chronicles in a way that you play it, where it's like an over-the-shoulder first-person strategy game based on Mordheim the tabletop. You can look it up. And it's very, very well done. I haven't played it in the last couple of weeks. It apparently got some more patches, but it's one of those games where you kind of like you keep playing and your warband, like you can lose people and they can lose limbs and die, and you have permadeath and you level them up.
If anyone has played other Games Workshop games and you know Necromunda, just think Necromunda, but in the Warhammer fantasy setting. It is basically that.
It's very well done. It was actually, if I remember correctly, 2 weeks ago on the weekend, it was 50% off on Steam.
To this day, I'm still surprised that they went with Mordheim first and not Necromunda.
I think it's because, honestly, the Warhammer Fantasy franchise is like that's given out, and I'm pretty sure that the license for Necromunda and so on, like Necromunda is just a dead franchise.
Yeah, that could have been. That seems like the most likely
thing. If you
say
Warhammer and Warhammer Fantasy, people know what that is.
People now think Age of Sigmar.
Oh yeah, well.
Yay.
Interesting. Looking slightly further ahead, Dragon Quest Heroes farted its way onto the PC with a terrible port in December.
Yes, it did.
Oh, did it?
Yep, and
But you're also jumping ahead again.
Oh, sorry if I missed you something.
Is there something else you wanted to
Oh,
do?
do you mean Just Cause? Just Cause?
December 1st.
Oh.
Chivalry Medieval Warfare
Siege!
for PS4.
Yes,
Siege!
on December 1st, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege was released.
Oh man, Siege.
Which we've been playing like almost every day.
You know, I completely forgot that it came out last year because we play it so much. I know it sounds stupid, but Siege is amazing.
You got into it later. It came
Yeah,
out
I
on
did,
December 1st.
Well, it was like a week later, wasn't it? Because they did that open weekend.
It was exactly 2 weeks after launch on a weekend. They had a free weekend on the PC going on, where everybody who owned it got 4 different keys you could give to your friends, and they could play.
I wish you hadn't given to me because I've just lost so many hours of my life to Siege.
And here I thought you guys were going to talk about Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends.
I was going to, but Siege ate my time.
Siege just takes precedent.
Oh, man.
I mean, honestly, forget Just Cause 3. Like, Rainbow Six Siege is really good fun. If you got a group of mates that you can reliably play this with, because the online is full of shitters, it's really good fun.
Utter shitters.
Seriously.
It's super fun. It's basically the best.
It's a squad shooter that is just fun. It's like the only way I thought about describing it, I was thinking about this earlier, it's kind of MOBA-esque in the way that you have lots of different characters you can be with different abilities. At the same time, doing a 5 versus 5, which is still MOBA-esque kind of style, in a Counter-Strike-y, assaulty kind of way with different game modes. It sounds like a big mishmash
where you
of
can
stuff.
destroy walls.
You can destroy walls. You can go up buildings. You can rappel. You can snipe through windows, and you can put up special barriers, and you can put down trapdoors.
And you cover your guys and get blown up by C4
every time. Every single time. Fucking C4. But generally, there's just lots of different playstyles. If you don't even want to shoot dudes, you can play. You can get control little drones and zap people's feet and stuff. Lots of cool things.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we could talk about Siege for hours, but Paul Kiko would probably be sick of hearing about it.
If you want to see what Siege is about, little self-plug, on my channel, I currently have 110 Rainbow Six Siege videos uploaded.
And that's only for last week. He has millions, folks. It's ridiculous.
He is actually recording 17 of these videos
right now. Yeah, he's multitasking.
But I mean, at least 100 of those videos are one entire round, so that should give you guys an idea of how much we have
most
played.
of them involving us, and just generally really good fun. Very, very good game.
Now,
and yeah, I agree. Rather than us wasting all the time here talking about, have a look at the videos.
One game on the 4th of December that I think Helloween will want to talk about.
Well, both of us, in fact.
Me, of course,
But slightly skipping ahead, a remaster of a game I really enjoyed was Shadow Complex, and that came out again.
Right.
And I downloaded it, and it was free, and I didn't play it. But Shadow Complex came out. Shadow Complex came out donkeys years ago. It's Metroid.
Ages.
It's Metroid with a dude. It's so Metroid.
Didn't Shadow Complex originally come out and was like the first big game on Xbox Live
by
Arcade?
Chair? It was by Chair Entertainment or whatever, and they were showing off their technology, and it was Xbox Live, and it was going to be a series, and it never was because I guess Orson Scott Wells was too busy being
2009
a homophobe or something. I don't know. But anyway, Shadow Complex is really good. If you took out the main dude from Shadow Complex and chucked in Samus, you'd probably have a pretty good Metro game right there. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Wow.
Xenoblade Chronicles X is a game worth owning a Wii U for.
It's like your Wii U is probably the smallest console that you own, and for some reason it has the biggest game.
Wait, how does
of
one
last
earn it?
Oh,
How many achievements do you need?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. But yeah,
Stupid German.
It probably has the largest game of.
Xenoblade scale is
in
absurd.
a 5-foot box each way.
It does, and every time you want to play it, you have to put a suit on. Like,
Yeah.
it's an incredibly big, in-depth game that also manages to be amazingly good fun. Has a silly story, but a fun one.
Yeah.
Lots of cool characters, aliens with squeaky chipmunk voices.
Unbelievable, like, design.
The design, it's the
art
scale
design,
though.
it's
The
just
world
great.
size, the world size is just.
Well, to put
Wow.
the world size in perspective, for the first, I say like third of the game, not like half, but the first third of the game, you're exclusively running around on foot. Now you're super fast and you can run.
You can
really,
do the
you
crackdown
jump
jump.
really
You should
good.
know what that means.
Yeah, like crackdown jumping.
Yeah.
But
Woo.
still, like, and the world is huge. And then suddenly you get a giant robot that can transform.
They can also do
into
the
a car
crackdown jump.
and can also later fly. And you're kind of thinking to yourself, oh, that certainly makes it easier to get around, makes the world smaller. No, fuck you, because the moment you get that robot, it actually, because you can now fly, opens up basically another half of the world.
Because it's all vertical as well.
Because it's all vertical.
It's
and you're,
It's incredible.
just like,
It's
what?
absolutely incredible. And again, we could talk about this for hours, but Xenoblade Chronicles X, if you have a Wii U, why don't you own it already? And if you don't have a Wii U, you should probably put one up cheap and get Xenoblade.
And-
It's amazing.
Just be aware.
And the
it is
music.
extremely. The music is fantastic, but be aware about this game. It is a very, very Japanese RPG.
Oh, it's pretty
Talking
hardcore in its
Tons
ways.
of systems,
Yeah.
really weird fucking shit.
Numbers
and
everywhere.
And so many
Yeah.
equipment screens. It's
There's
great.
so many stats, like, you could stat the stats. It's ridiculous. Sorry, Kiko,
Now,
what were you saying?
I have to be honest, I was very surprised. December the 5th, out of nowhere, a classic that everyone loves came out, and we were all totally stunned.
Oh, Bastion on the PS Vita.
No, Final Fantasy VII, of course.
Oh.
Completely stunned everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
that was a thing, wasn't it?
That was the thing. They were like, here we go. And then,
I just think that dude at Square Enix likes trolling. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense at this point.
actually, what happened is he went off and it's like, well, I think that went very well, yes, and good luck with your future prospect. Thank you. And then he was
Please
gone.
be excited.
It was...
Honestly, like, other than Lightning Returns, which I have a soft spot for Lightning, mainly because she keeps punching the guy I really hate.
Really, you were just like, lightning punches the guy you really hate. The
Or
game.
it's the armpit thing, who knows. But either way, Lightning Returns came out on PC, and
Yeah.
being a Square Enix PC game was a bit of a messy port, but from what I've heard, they fixed mostly. I picked it up cheap because I lied to Square Enix, and it was good fun. And I look forward to playing that, so...
So now,
that's
looking
it.
at the list, I basically only say the biggest game of that year finally getting a Windows and Mac release. I'm of course talking about PewDiePie, The Legend of the Brofist.
I'm
Never
going to end the
played
video right here.
I never played it.
Yeah, surprisingly neither have I.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
good
wonder
figure.
why we never
Good
did
figure.
that.
Alright, lads.
think
Year's
we're
up.
through. I
What
think
would
we
you
got
say was your game of the year? Doesn't even necessarily have to be something released this year. Let's broaden it up. What
Well,
was your
last
game
year,
of the
2015.
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry. What was your game you enjoyed the most last year?
Let's go, Kiko. Go first.
No, you have to go
No,
first.
no. You have to go first.
Well,
I already have to say.
because I
you go first.
really didn't play that many games last year.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Just choose.
Well, I mean, was Heroes of the Storm your game of the year, perhaps?
No,
Like Hearthstone,
no.
maybe?
Hearthstone is Hearthstone's one of those games where it can go really well for you, it can go really terribly for you. I'd actually probably say it's a toss-up between Armello and Guild of Dungeoneering, and Guild of Dungeoneering probably wins because it's like got a beginning, a middle, and an end as opposed to it being a board game. Guild of Dungeoneering, really good concept, really well designed, and really nice to look at too. The idea that it's all on graph paper and the things are like they're drawing it. It's as if you are sat there at a gaming table with your pen and paper, and the DM is just drawing it out, and you're just going, "Are you making this stuff up? You just put a dragon there. Why did you put a dragon there? Look, it's here. It's here. There is nothing there. You are just looking at the inside of the pizza box. There is nothing there." And then he goes, "I ate all the pizza," and then you leave.
I think that's a good choice. I think that's a very you choice, and I think that's a good one to have.
I like that. I definitely like that.
Go on, then, German boy.
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
okay.
you German boy, go on.
It's actually not easy, and at first I thought it would be like a single player game or something like that, because I've played some really good single player games last year. But I actually have to. I mean, we gushed about it just now, but
Siege,
I
right?
actually have to go with Siege.
Yeah.
It only came out in December 1st, which means it's only like 1 month of 2015. But if I just look at it, like not just the time in it, but also just the sheer joy and the thinking about playing it, and hey, do you guys want to play some Siege? Yes, yeah, let's play. I haven't had a game like that in so many years.
Literally the case of I came online. It's like, what are you doing? Playing Siege.
Playing Siege.
What are you doing? Ruining my
what are you
plans?
doing?
Playing Siege? Ruining my plans? Okay,
And then it was just
continue.
playing Siege.
Yeah, but so it's like I have to go with Rainbow Six Siege. It's just I haven't had a game like that I could play with you guys, like with my friends, or also sometimes by myself, like that in years. It's just something like, do you want to play some Siege? Yeah, sure.
Just
And
hop
then
in,
you play
just
some
play,
Siege,
and
and then you play some Siege.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
sometimes
mean,
sometimes it's shit, and like 90% of the times it's really super fun, and it's like
Siege, I mean, Siege is fantastic. That's the only word I can use for it. I
Yeah.
mean, the press, for some reason, got really angry with it, and I don't know why. I'm not sure whether... Sometimes I look at what they were saying about it and, like, the negative comments. I'm thinking, did you play the same game I did? Or...
yeah.
I think
My
one of the
favorite
main
was
things
still
they were-
the one review that said that Ubisoft has put pay to win into it.
Yeah, I keep seeing Jim Sterling say that as well, and it's real. I keep wondering what on earth he's thinking. Like,
Yeah.
I think the main thing actually he was talking about was not that. He talked a lot about the fact that there was no single player at all.
that is true.
yeah.
But then I didn't think it's what it. I don't have a problem with Counter-Strike not having a single player.
The developers,
I guess.
you have to say it though, the developers from the start have said they're making a multiplayer
They
game.
did admittedly say from the start they were making a multiplayer only game.
Yeah.
That is an important distinction to make.
It is. It's
Yeah,
not like they
none
not
of
like
them
they
ever
dropped
went
it.
like
They didn't
none
do an
of them
elite.
ever went. Yeah, like when asked for a campaign or whatever, none of them ever went, stay tuned.
Exactly.
Wink.
They,
You
they
know,
didn't-
like-
the biggest one, they didn't do an elite. They didn't say there's going to be a single player, and then at the end go, nah. Like,
The multiplayer thing does bring into light the thing that we were talking about only yesterday about Darkspore, which is a bit of a segue.
yeah.
But yeah, the fact that that is now totally dead. That is something that in the next couple of years you might start seeing more of with games.
Again,
That
that'd be something interesting to have a discussion about.
Online only
Yeah.
game, and then it's like, yeah, we're pulling everything, no single player.
Well, I mean, to be fair, many games, like for example, Siege, for example, does have the custom game, so basically like self-hosted server in it. So as if basically if Ubisoft is gonna say, let's say
Yeah,
like in
that's-
5 years, if they're gonna say we're taking Siege offline,
And then
they
you still have
release-
that option.
wait, if they release a simple patch that basically cuts Siege loose from having to log into the Ubisoft login servers, then it would be no problem because
There
the
is-
game has a built-in LAN mode
Mhm.
and it has a peer-to-peer custom.
There is a word there that you added in that is the most important word in that phrase, and that is if.
If, well, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
But that is a long time in the future.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully. But yeah, for me, again, 2015, the year of Siege.
And now, finally, we of course turn to
Actually, I was making fun. I was joking. It's Evolve. Evolve is the game of the year 2015.
Fucking evolved.
Klyka!
Funny thing, I actually right now have 5 more hours in Evolve
And
than
I
I have
thought-
in Siege.
Wait.
Utterly disgusting.
He's not actually playing Siege. He's
playing
playing
Evolve.
Damnation!
He's
Oh.
playing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What happened to that? You should finish that.
You should finish that.
Yeah, I might upload.
No. You should upload it and then continue. Come on, it'll be a laugh. Come on, and then do it as a total straight face, like it's only been a
back
week,
to
and
it.
just roll with it.
Yeah,
So last time on Damnation, this happened. Right, carrying on. Anyway, I guess I should.
Yeah, you should
I had a
suggest
tricky
that.
choice because while you guys might go, lol, obviously it's Bloodborne, it wasn't quite an easy decision. While yes, it is ultimately Bloodborne was my game of the year. There were so many strong entries this year, especially in the single player RPG front. We had The Witcher, we had Xenoblade, we had Tales of Zestiria. But ultimately Bloodborne wins out simply because of what it is. It's it's a Souls game with Lovecraft elements, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. It was a strong game. The DLC didn't fix anything. It didn't change anything. It just added more content. It was a strong game that launched without any pre-order bullshit that changed the game up. It didn't have any hassle. On day one, it wasn't broken. There was no patches needed to repair anything that completely crapped out.
DLC added eyes that let you see through time for more eyes.
That's true. There was extra eyes. I always forgot about that.
Are they on the inside of your head though?
And the inside of your mouth.
And
Shit.
they're the inside and the outside, but also not.
It's true. It was a love letter to Lovecraft, and for me, it was almost like a love letter to me. Like, I couldn't think of a better game, and to be honest, it's one of my favourite games ever at this point. Some years I think games come along that I really enjoy, but I might forget about them after a while. I think I'm going to be playing Bloodborne a long time into the future.
And unfortunately, because you've been talking about Bloodborne for a total of 100 hours in your life, you now literally are a writhing mass of tentacles. It has corrupt.
Are
Sweet.
the Bloodborne.
Maybe more tentacles will let me play Bloodborne better.
You know, Helloween, we really are the Bloodborne.
Boo!
Oh.
We really are the Last of Us, Klyka. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to go on too much about it. There are lots of strong candidates this year, and it is a difficult decision. Even though my decision was already made, there was a lot of really good games this year. So
It's good. Helloween 4545 2000.
yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's pretty
And,
decent.
and so onwards, looking to 2016 with
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what this brings. Being the 1st of January, I wonder what games we'll get.
Yeah,
I mean, there's that game that is the sequel to that other remake of the thing that's coming out. I mean,
I heard they're remastering remaster.
I
I'm
heard,
looking
yeah,
forward to
I heard that. I mean, this is just ludicrous. I heard there's a fucking Doom game coming out. What kind of
I
shit
heard
is
that there may be something about you being a commander and flying around and
Nah, something about snake tits, but I forget.
and
Oh, you mean the Monster Musume game? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that so much. I want to date the spider.
No, son.
What?
You don't know.
Yeah, you do.
No spiders. No.
She has nice legs.
They're not. Yes, but too many.
Yeah, details. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. I'm sure we prattled on long enough.
I mean, if you leave them long enough, they're going to argue about leg semantics, and it's just going to get really messy.
Yep.
You wait to show you the cushion I ordered.
And at this point, did you actually press record?
I hope so.
If you did, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, I've got it on record, probably.
Okay.
So, thank you ever so much for listening, everybody. This was our 2015 Game of the Year chat discussion thing that we occasionally do when we remember. I'm Helloween.
I'm Klyka.
Suddenly, bees lose 2 skill.
Fucking bees.
Shit.
I'm
Wasps.
Yeah.
Wasps.
Bees!
Not the
Bye-bye.
bees.
God, end the video.
Are you sure?
Open
Do
the
it.
gate.
Do it.
What?
All right. The video has officially concluded.
Beep.